Hello traders and welcome to this Bitcoin technical analysis video. I hope you're having a nice day. Bitcoin finally woke up from the weekend, no volatility, and we finally initiated moves to the downside. I will be showing you full context of the Bitcoin on multiple time frames. I will be showing you trades I was taking since 43,000. I will be also showing you how I was guiding our traders with our order flow tools. If you traded this mainly with the technical analysis, you would have not enough data for the decisions and to be like really certain what's gonna happen. 80% of what happened was what I predicted, and outline for the group was made with the order flow, so all our tools. And I will be showing you the power of these tools, so how you can learn from it. If you were struggling with Bitcoin recently, sit comfortably and you can enjoy this educational video. It's gonna be probably long because I also want to show you potential areas for the shorts, where we'll be looking for new shorts or adding, also what's remaining support below us, and what we can generally expect from here. What's my view right now on the Bitcoin with data I have, okay? So let's have a look on that, and I will be starting with the overall bias and context. What was Bitcoin doing on the bigger time frame, because you can just be zoomed in. You need to understand this context on the higher time frame. Let's have a look. So I have first post here. This is also showing how we are utilizing anchor VWAPs in the group. You can stop video and read this, but very quickly, this is anchor VWAP collecting volume from 6th of December. So our multi-week range. I was showing group my bias is changing when we trade below and above anchor VWAP. You can see since our 49,000 shorts, major swing failure pattern and other regions. I was going over this short in the previous video, so definitely have a look. As soon as I got into it, it becomes swing trade because the reaction was really strong. And I was saying I see no reason bear should panic, because I see no reclaim here. You know, reclaim of this anchor VWAP would signal me sign of strength, okay, and potentially to fill all the inefficiencies, because this is not the resistance, okay. This inefficiency area you can easily push to 46,000 yes on this. So I see no reason to take any premature profit on this swing short, and I'm comfortably in it. That was my view on here. You see, when I show it to you on the chart right now, you see what happened after such post. We actually got the retest over here, very close. It was like small front run, but we stayed under, and you see what happened. We continued to the downside, initiation move to the downside. Let me show you full context of the market so you understand why we actually started falling down. So for that we need auction market theory, we need value areas, point of controls, and so you can see rotations. If you are starting trader, advanced trader, expert trader, no matter, what is not changing for me over the years of nice trading is the auction market theory. It's always number one priority for me to understand this, because this allows you to predict movements. Bitcoin is in range over 80% of time. No matter if it's in uptrend, downtrend, it's gonna end up in range sooner or later, like on local range, medium time frame range. And most assets in the world are. So for you is maximum priority to learn this, because these rotations will, you know, allow you to see the future a bit. So on our top, we've had a multi-day range. It was lost, sign of weakness here. You get acceptance into the 6-week VAG here, 4 weeks VAG. I have both. Maybe small advice why I have both. I have two pools here, so you can see I have main pool. The blue one is collecting volume from this top here, like full range down to this point, down to this low. So it's 6 weeks, but the majority of price action was actually happening in this pool. I can hide this one a bit. Hide. Majority of price action and volume was here, okay. I really didn't like we did this massive deviation. Why should I include it into the range? So I was watching this range as a main one. That one, even though this one is 6 weeks, I still consider this like main one. Now we build more volume here, especially when we return here. Then I can return the blue one more like the full pool. But you know, for the context, when we are here, I was watching these ranges as the most important one. So you see, you are getting exempted into this range. You are losing. Okay, we've got some small range in the point of control, but you lost it. So you already, your bias, if you are in short, and you will be looking for next, definitely profit targets from your shorts here at the val. Okay, 4 weeks val holding. We actually got really nice big long here. So that's fantastic. I also took profit on the day trade and swing short, but I was also looking to add to my position. This is, I will also discuss a bit of trade management. So what I was looking next is how we are, you know, holding this range. You see we are trading above, I mean below the anchor I was just showing you. So another problem for the Bitcoin, and which was sign of weakness for me, is definitely this retest here. So we've got for the 6 week point of control, and that's why you don't trade the precise levels. Okay, let me go like that. You don't trade precise levels only, but you watch high volume nodes as well, because you see this is the at that time this was the high volume node, like over here, because now it's a bit higher, it's measuring full range. But this range, which was main for me, the main high volume node was here. It was just leaked, okay, just retest and boom down. This is not great reaction. This high volume node with point of control was preventing you to reach back of the range or break out of the range. So it's again staying firmly in shorts. But where I was adding to my swing trade or day trade, so I was also building day trade from here, swing trade from 49k. So I have now 2 positions. What was sign of weakness and how you can add to your trade. If you are very aggressive and you don't wait for the confirmation, you can be adding on losing the local range, yes. But even better, on 4 weeks val lost as well, because there is no volume here to support the price. So very easy to move down, and that's what happened. So you can be adding here, or you will wait for the retest, yes, and add on the retest and rejection, okay? And that's what happened. So you see the wick here, but 4 weeks val and 4-day VAC both served as a major resistance for the Bitcoin, and you were adding. So that was also my adding. It also means from 49,000 short position, now I am at 47 something, but it's really great, because even if I added to position, I took profit at the same time. My exposure is staying same because it's already a big profit position. You can add to position. It's not going to lower you as much. And you take money off the table. So it's fantastic. Taking profit, very important part of the trade management. So that's what I was seeing. So we've lost this range. We've lost main range, local range. So Bitcoin truly is, you know, it was very likely at the time we were estimating we go for the lows. You see what was the problem here if I turn off everything. Now when we go like this, 1 hour time frame, so you see big low, big high volume low reversal, which was serving for our longs. First pullback holding, but now we are getting this huge pullback down, but this low didn't take out that low. Yeah, so you are now what? You are left with the equal lows on the Bitcoin. This is very bearish for the Bitcoin if you are creating equal lows or highs, because it means there is now double more liquidity. And especially if it's high volume, you now know so many people have stop losses below and liquidity, and there will be liquidations. Everything's under this low, so it's very much key and target for the Bitcoin to take that out. So if you go, and this was also the Friday, on Friday, we actually didn't do swing failure pattern, like very, very tight. We've seen the bounce, but why you saw the bounce actually? Because market got super heavily positioned in the shorts. Look at that, that was 40,200, we need to go a bit. Let me check if yes, this was the Friday, 19th of January, just need to verify. Yes, Friday. So market open interest was increasing heavily. If you go to Delta templates, you can also see people were 5-minute template. Zooming out. I just want to explain you that even on the bounce, I was still warning group expect move to the 50-minute time frame. It's not showing. $19 is like this. Here we are. So you see open interest was increasing heavily, spot was selling heavily, but also look at the delta from perpetuals. Extreme heavy pressure to the downside. So the leverage markets were pressuring so much, and they were actually vulnerable. So this was Friday, so people on Friday many traders in the world are forced to close position on Friday, so they don't have nothing open over weekend, and we are going down all week. So this was profit taking pump here, which can be faded, you know, as open interest was increasing, and all those shorts, you can see that on the open interest. Look at them, most of them closed. Yes, so, and now market like spent all the fuel, wrecked out people, like pushed those aggressive shots from the position, and now resumed to the downside. That's typical for the Bitcoin as well. If one side, especially if the leverage side on the marketplace is pushing too much, okay? Let's return back to Bitcoin. And I was saying that in the group already. That was like my first post. So let's start with this post, and we will just scroll down on our Discord. I said, I personally don't long this area, as statistically is matter of time before equal and now triple lows are swept properly, as we've seen in the past. Some people longed here, okay, put stop loss below, but I knew statistically there is very high chance now it's just not 2 equal lows, it's 3 of them, so even more juicier liquidity. This is market. If you didn't took profit here and you were just aiming for unrealistic targets, that's really bad. That's Bitcoin. Bitcoin is engineering liquidity, so it can take levels easier way, because it will take levels from all these longs here, but it will also take levels from these local longs, so more liquidity. It was statistically, I said, very high chance. You can see that over here. Each time we had equal lows or highs on Bitcoin, sooner or later they got taken out. Yes, look here, all the examples. And this is just showing you 2 months. But if you check this on like 1 hour back, you see Bitcoin very rarely. It's like 10% chance you will not take out the lows. You will do equal lows and you bounce like 20%. This is almost no chance. Yeah, so we were ready. Actually, we will go and take out those lows. So this was the post, and now I will be zooming down, and we will go over all my posts I consider important. So let's go down. I was outlining this. We are just waiting for that. Also, you can see I was expecting we are having unclosed CME gap over here. So this was also target for the Bitcoin. Let me show you that over here, BTC1. So each time, like CME gap is institutional inefficiency, and each time we are having it, this is serving as a magnet. You can see one was over here, it was closed, now we reversed down. We had not much gaps to the upside, like for sure here, but they are unrealistic to reach. They are so far away. So Bitcoin will be for sure gravitating to the upside. By the way, always think, why are things happening? This was actually started to be culmination of the like people really on CME, so from US and other market participants were creating huge gaps and were like FOMOing into the ETF approvals. So you see this huge pump. It was a matter of time when you destroy these people. Same like here, yeah, big pump to the upside. Now you move to the downside. These people are getting destroyed. We have another little gap here, but of course when we've closed this gap, is gonna be target. One thing to tell you, this is contract changes rollovers I have turned on, but also some people were watching these lower because we've got also bounce from here. So this was also without the rollover turned on. We've had a confluence bounce, so just a little detail. Let's go for the down. So that was also our target to the downside. We were not surprised when it's happening. Also, why Bitcoin was actually ranging. The main reason for the more local range. If you go into our TRDR, I need to refresh. Okay, it's working now. So we've had order book support. TRDR is one of the number one tools we use. Order books are extremely important in the Bitcoin market, especially like for day traders. Yes, if you watch aggregated order books, they are giving you really good advantage. What are all of the exchanges in the world doing? And now let me show you. Is it working or not? Yes, so you see, this is also a reason why we were ranging here, like order book support here. But you know, in the end we started to go down and order books started to show up again. This is also what helped us stabilize, but I will not go in forward. Let's go in the structure. Let's go down. As well, this one is market structure. And for the context, like context completion, this is also key market structure you don't want to lose. Like when you lose this key market structure, this is becoming very bearish for the Bitcoin. All these lows close together, you see what was happening like after, yeah? And this is how downtrend, by the way, looks like. Each time you bounce from the previous market structure support, but you go into the another market structure area and you reject. So this is how you truly ride the downtrend, yeah, in this case. So once we lost this, look at here, bounce. My market structures are the most precise in the world. That's about it. People do it differently, other ways. Mine are, you know, you just don't look to short into them and you don't look to buy to the upside if you are reaching it. Now, this was the final retest, another bounce, and now it was finally lost. And look at here, we almost kissed another. These are coming from previous markets, previous range. We almost kissed it. Now we are bouncing, but where we are finding resistance today, same again, market structure. And you can also overlay this, so you also have higher time frame view. These market structures are almost 2 years old, and you can see also like they offer you medium to higher time frame resistance and support. You see each time, look here, beauty again, and now you definitely like you again kissed another one. This was very strong in the past, so we expect some stabilizations here, like bounces. Now we really need to reclaim it to the upside. So that's an example, but let's go further down so you will see more. I will slower down now. So this is 22 of January. So this is Monday, okay. Okay, let's go down. We were taking with the group the liquidity trade, 40,000. This trade here was mainly another anchor VWAP retest, but also the you know, on the perpetuals we took out 40,000 and we swept some of the liquidity. This was really nice scalp, by the way. Yes, you can also see this was the prepared trade area for the group. So this trade area means I'm looking for trades there, okay? I'm looking for trades there but I will not trigger until I see good order flow setups. You can see also I have the folder here, and that's why predicting is not easy, and you are always adjusting to what is happening on the order flow side of the market. You see, if we zoom in, we've got 3, by the way, scalps in the trade area, but the medium time frame swing failure pattern didn't happen from this area in the end, but from much lower, okay? Not from much, but from lower, I would say, yes? We can actually still do the similar thing here, just from these lows. But trade area provided us 3 clean scalps, because especially if you're a scalper, one from the medium swing failure pattern main, yes, 40,000, it was like 1% trade. Then we had the daily naked point of control retest, and another area from here. Let's go further down. I was also showing how I scalp this. Yeah, so you can see major swing failure pattern, easy 1% move. You see I'm buying here after we are stabilizing. Take profits, adding, take profits. Now I'm getting stopped out, but also entering immediately into the another trade. When you are doing counter trades, you also need to be aggressive and take really large take profit one, so you easily make good money, and if you stop out, you don't feel it much. Yes, this was another. So we traded now. The trade area was traded. If you lose this area, I was warning group. We can go to the downside, especially And I said, careful under current low, lots of inefficiencies to be run. You see, this was trade area, but I'm not stretching trade area down below because I know it's very easy for the market to actually move into the another node. We actually found the main support. This was the low volume node and single prints here. So this is very easy for the market to push down over this region and find potentially support here in this. Okay, so you don't look for trades much in this area. You can also see market finally. So this was the major liquidity building up for this now is like 6 weeks liquidity. So this bounce here, this is another scalp we were taking in the group, was also based on the major liquidity. End of the node, because we trade, we focus on the end of the nodes where most people are getting stopped out on the market. So this was actually playing out. We had like 1% bounce, but in the end market continued to the downside. So but yeah, that's why it's advantage for you to be scalper, because you can easily move to the upside or to the downside. So we've got the bounce. It was not so strong, but I said, what are the signs of the weakness? What are the signs of this sign of not weakness but sign of strength? Yes, when you are in trade and you are watching them. I was preparing, and this is really useful post. So how to see sign of strength from our low, from technical perspective, without order flow, so we can comfortably sit in that trade. I already pulled anchor wave up here on the low, and I was watching if we are holding it. No acceptance back into the single prints or weak area over here. We returned back to the single prints and retested them, so that was already a bad sign. We will hold the low. And of course, pushing to the upside, so reclaim market structure. We have big key level at 40,300. Look, let me show you on the chart. So key levels, key market structure levels, this one, and we turn off the folder. 5-minute time frame. Yes, so you see this was our trade from the trade area, but we went directly into the 40,300. Why? It was respected to the dollar. Bitcoin is extremely volatile. It rarely respects level to the dollar. That's why I use market structure areas, okay? Like that. But this level is so good, is on my chart because it was super precise in the past. So you see, these lows held with it, this low held with it, that low as well. And now on 5-minute time frame, if we zoom in, we did retest, and we also retested this local market structure, and we went to the downside. Now again, area market structure is resisting. Now you need to really reclaim this whole area for the continuation to the upside. If you are in longs, you definitely, but you look for take profits. We also are rejecting from the New York and POC, but that's, we can discuss a bit later. So I was outlining signs of strength. Most of them failed. I said from order flow's perspective, I definitely want to see order books populating and helping to protect the low. Didn't happen, by the way. The order books are not protecting the low. This is also good guidance for V-shaped recovery. As soon as you start failing multiple requirements, you are getting risk of continuation to the downside or just local range to be put in. We slowly start to fail all of them. So that trade, even though it took some nice profits, was stopped out in the end, okay? And I said, is key to reclaim New York naked point of control and high volume node, as well as they initiated falling in the end, now closes resistance. By the way, was post valid for that day, but it's not just for that day. If you go into our like session templates, you zoom in like this, you see it's still acting as a main resistance because very heavy volumes were traded in the New York session. Whatever you do in the world, if you are teaching, if you are in school, if you are in work, if you don't have time for trading, you at least need to focus on trading New York session, because in New York session, this is the most highest volume in the world is traded during New York session. And point of controls, high volume nodes and levels from this session are the strongest for the Bitcoin. So even now, as we retested today, very close to the TPOC, there is nice rejection. Some traders, I was charting today, so I was not taking it, but some traders already in our group took this short and booked already some nice first take profit one. You can see this is like very high, like very wide high volume node, and the TPOC was already like hit to the dollar. Just no, I mean not TPOC, volume point of control was it. TPOC is still above the high, so you can actually do swing failure pattern and reject one more time. but yes. So yeah, you see importance even a few days after it was still valid. Let's go further down. So this is yesterday, finally, the main trading day. Of course, I love to do video on the, like day before or same day I was trading, because that's the most fresh in my memory. I took a lot of trades on Wednesday. It was like scalping heaven. So let's go over this. I was also posting, so if Bitcoin continues to the downside or down to 38,500 and even lower. Okay, so when Bitcoin moves down over 30, sorry, because I had call, so 38,500. Now we will be focusing on like negating whole open interest build up from 550,000. So that's going to be another goal, but for now it's not happening. We will see. I was summarizing. So trade area gave us three scalps in total. Most people made money on this. Yes, you will be stopped out, but you made good money if you took some nice profits and you are not too greedy. And now what I'm outlining to the group is the next area of interest. So next area of interest, 39,000 order book support down to 38,700 with technical analysis. Now let's have a look on chart what happened. So you will see future call playing out again. So, and we can go to small time frame. Sorry, this chart is this has a lot of stuff there, but that's how it is. So 39,000, we started to see some stabilization from the order books, and now down to 38,700. I was looking for supports. You see, we've got multiple scalps from these regions. This is what I like as a scalper, many opportunities for me. In the end, we did very tight swing failure pattern. There was like 3 trades in total. We will go over all of them. And now finally, we've like reached val of the range, of the previous range. So the previous range was rotation, div up close inefficiency was nicely closed here. But I will be guiding you how I was seeing the thing. So now we are at 39,600. We've got these trades from our trade areas, but problem is the spot order books are getting populated with very heavy orders. Most of the time Bitcoin has no volume to actually breach such walls like immediately. This is spooking the market. By the way, this was the time when GBTC announced another batch of selling. GBTC is affecting Bitcoin price extremely heavily since ETF. If you don't know about it, you can learn just for free in our group about it, because I was posting a lot in the general chat, or you just do research on Twitter. But I said what I'm seeing. So when you see something like that, you know odds of retesting yesterday lows are high, or continuation to the downside, and that's what happened. I personally wait for nice EPA even for new long, not touching market when it's greening down. So I was definitely not touching market when it was like doing like this. We did local swing failure pattern. I was already scalping here, so this was advantage to be scalper, but you really need to take profit in front of the big spot wall, because it's very likely market will just continue bleeding down. You see market, when we went down over 40,000, it destroyed 90% of people, but there is remaining 10% over here. You see the liquidity node is ending over here at 39,200. Plus you have new people, new longs liquidity ending at 39,000. So for the Bitcoin, if it wants to damage market further, is going to be aiming for 39,000 as another target. Funding rate not moving much. As said yesterday, I want to see negative. I want to see negative funding rate definitely. Is much better lows when we do so, but is not guaranteed. Okay. And people who are using TRDR, they cannot use it like blindly. It's good lesson I was pointing out. These walls are, these order books are slowing down the fall, but they are not preventing the fall completely. But they definitely made counter trade scalps longs easier, because we also, almost every single big order, we got a big bounce. So that was definitely helpful. Yes. So this was also another warning post. You see, when I don't have much levels, I'm really careful with the trades. I said We are now in the market structure limbo traders, fast moves expected over the region, not much support until 38,400. You also, that's like 38,400 is the best support, but the start of the support is also this market structure here, which we actually got the keys when we go to the market structure local. Look here, almost, yeah, 38,500. So it's just $100 front run from where I outlined the main support. So I'm informing traders, I'm watching 39,000 for scalp, as order books are fired on it, and that's what I'm getting. This is like appetizer trade to start the day. Based with limit, because sometimes when order books are really fed, I like to use limits. I'm like helping also the order books in the market. Yes. And you see, this is what I meant, these order books. And now big spot balls are still here, so you need to really take profit here. So this was, you are bouncing between very large orders, and you don't let your profits slip away from the marketplace. Traders were not sure if these orders are real or not, because oftentimes you are getting spoofing in the market. So spoofing is when the big limit orders are not real, and they are just trying to force market into the certain direction, and then other traders pull the orders as they fill the orders. So they are like scaring the market, but market was showing us that these orders are real. They are intentional walls, which means they have intention to be filled. You can see each time we approach them, there was delta into them, like full delta of the wall. So the wall was filled, only one spoof so far. If those were not real, it would be much easier for the Bitcoin to push up. There is very, very interesting experience post here. These definitely help our traders. Some people were, now let me show you the Tradinglite. Maybe you were one of those as well. So we were heading down. Of course, it was creating massive pressure. These spot walls, this was serious. This is not happening on Bitcoin every day. This is like once a week or once a month. You need really, really big volume. You need like hundreds of millions to actually fill those walls. So they are creating pressure. Many people in the marketplace were shorting with the walls, and I was doing post about it. So please think about it. Yeah. So this is not happening as often as obvious. It's key to have exit strategy for such scalps if you break those walls, because some traders in our group were shorting the walls, and they really need to have an exit strategy if something goes wrong with it. So if walls are pulled, all of those people shorting with the walls will become liquidity. So as you say, tide invalidation needed, as we will also feel we also are feeling large buy limits. As we drop, we can in the end exhaust the sellers. Walls or not, we are reacting nicely from another prepared technical analysis support. Bitcoin dropped 20%, so I will not be on the short side here. I'm short from much higher, another 2 times already. So even though I'm seeing massive walls, Bitcoin already had a really significant pullback. Of course, it can drop more, but the more you drop, your odds Bitcoin can reverse are switching. And even with those walls, you see that without pause, I was predicting because we were feeling very big orders on the way to the downside as well, so it was exhausting. Look at that. So Bitcoin was heavy standing pressure here, but we slowered the move down. Yeah, look at this. Look at this node. This was like really huge demand. They canceled, but they very likely entered with the market orders. Most of the time when you cancel spot order book orders, they act as a support and resistance. Still, these people are clever, because if they would keep these walls, they could scare market not to fill their position. So they probably rather did market orders. Now, I said in the group, and I remember it really, really well, the signs of strength for me for the Bitcoin will be if we start really taking out these people on the big volume and like really, really take out the walls, because you will start squeezing people who were shorting with the walls as well. So this was the initiation. By the way, this was the final last scalp. I had multiple scalps as we were bleeding down, all explained in the group. And now from this scalp, it became day trade. Once I started to see the sign of strength, let me show you those posts so you can actually. Another swing failure pattern. That was another trade. with order flow, we are also seeing finally a big new shorts are look at those levels. So this is 38,000. This is actually total lows. So we are not seeing exhaustive lows like EPA, like big lows, but we are getting very large shorts getting trapped into the yesterday lows. So I said this is going to be fuel, yeah? Late shorts into the 2K wall demand zone or perhaps getting squeezed. Another scalp for me, betting on the rect. Scalper account made 9% today already. And now waiting for US market open. Okay. This is how I scalp them. But I always keep part of the positions open in case we bounce, and then I started to adding. This was our push to the upside. We actually were hedging here. I was hedging my long here because this is how you have a textbook downtrend when you are retesting market structures to the upsides or to the downside. So I was just hedging, but yeah, this was really like first nice sign. We can actually initiate moves to the upside. This was the touch. Now I said still developing New York high volume node and point of control, but bulls definitely want to protect and stay above. If we continue recovery or plays range away from it, it will be good place to have alerts on next day along with Val. So next day or same day, this New York point of control needs to hold on the retest. And when we go into the Exocharts, you can see what happened. This was the market was somewhere here when I was posting, and you see what happened. So we get to the retest and held. We also had the trapped shorts at the bottom I was showing you in the Exochart, so it was easier for the market to build them as a order flow support. So that's now beautiful, and we've held it. And you were adding here. I was also adding to the trade a lot here. I left some limits as well. Now these 2 point of controls will be today's intraday support. If you see some nice pullback, then that's what you will be aiming for. Yeah, as we can see, people are buying. The idea I was outlining is over here, so now we held. And now let me show you something like this, 40,300. I just need to search it, signs. So I also said what I want to see for my scalp to become day trade. So sign of strength, so long can become day trade. Mainly seeing real demand taking out most of the spot walls up to 39,700. We can see it happened, 39,700. All of them taken out. So this was taken out. Now I am changing my bias. I expect more upside from this message. It was very clear, and 40,300 reclaim is another sign of strength. Then you can aim to get acceptance into the higher ranges. So far we are fighting heavily with 40,200, 300. So market is not showing me, market is not confirming another sign of strength for me. Otherwise we stay in the local range or continue down into the key trade areas. Okay, so I took profit. That was just in advance. So I hope it was really clear how I approached. Of course, I'm not reading all the posts in Discord. This is the most valuable part of the Discord, my live views on the market as data comes. I was just showing you how you should really play it. Now, what we can expect from Bitcoin next. So let's start from the 1 hour time frame. You need to realize if you lose this low here, there is not much support below this low until you get into the main day trade and swing trade, potentially swing trade area. This is the previous AMT support, naked one. So I expect much larger upsides here because this low, by the way, is pretty weak. So if we start to see signs of weakness, this is area you want to trade after you lose this low. Definitely. By the way, no financial advice, just education and entertainment. So I will be looking for that. You see I clearly outlined the scenarios. Now above us, I am yet to build confluence like trade areas for me, but to the upside, for like so this day trade can run much larger. You definitely need to reclaim this market structure here. And you need to get acceptance firstly into the 4-day val and then 6-week val. If you do that and you do it impulsively into this point of control, then we can stabilize here, and then we can actually start to think about rotating range to the upside, yes. And then we have some nice, if you turn on high volume nodes, you will be focusing on trading these high volume nodes with point of control and smaller local high volume nodes within. This is now very big resistance, and another one. When you take out this high, you can really get swing failure pattern into the 6-week point of control, which was not tested. It was front run, but you have all these high volume node with 6-week point of control like main, so you can actually do swing failure pattern here. So this is going to be another area of interest. Also, you combine it with the weekly volume profiles and monthly. We can see we have very strong weekly point of control over here in this region, waiting to be retested, aligning with what I was just showing you. And then we have the top one, and monthly we have TPO POC 40,730 and 45,990. Now if I turn on the naked point of controls like that, you can see this is area, if we start to see signs of strength, a very, very good area for me to look for new shorts and creating lower high boom down. And if we start pushing heavily, especially if we leave this range, of course we can get much more bullish, but you still have this 46,000 is going to be in the future very strong resistance as well. Like that. Now we can have a look on anchor VWAP. So anchor VWAPs, 50-minute time frame. I will definitely run alerts on these. This is the main downtrend VWAP of the like yearly highs. Yes, so I will definitely run alerts on this one. We can have easy scalp, at least easy scalp from this. Now you see we really need to reclaim this anchor VWAP node as well for the continuation to the upside. Bitcoin did a lot of technical damage, so don't expect just a V-shaped recovery. This can be more volatile. For today we also watched this more local uptrend VWAP as well. Order blocks, 1 hour time frame. So in our potentially short area, I was just showing you with the naked point of controls from multiple time frames. You also have pivotal order block. This one is really good because it led to the change of market structure further. So you have confluence there. You also have the top one, and at the bottom we have also the order block. And you don't have just order block at the bottom, but you also have the trap traders. So this whole area is still carrying some longs, but also very large shorts. So when you go into that, is less likely you will take out the low. First, you should get a bounce from the order block and from the trap traders trapped at the bottom with the big volume. So yeah, it's really, really nice. How are looking at, we can turn off the volume. How are looking at extensions? Let me go to 50-minute time frame. I don't think I have the local ones, like really local ones. I have just big pool. Oh yeah, it's just main pool here. 1 hour time frame. So this is the start point, down move, correction, and move to the downside. 1-to-1 is still at 36,000. This is target. If we take out this low and we don't change, there will be no signs of strength. We are targeting 35,840 for 1-to-1 extension. And local one I can add right now. So want it so. One-to-one already reached the golden zone just above. Okay, I need to add it like this. I just balance zones. This is the main balance zone pool for us currently. So we see Bitcoin when it was ranging for a few multiple weeks rejected from 125. Right now we've reached 0.25 and almost went a bit lower. But you see the target was hit, like the most immediate, I was saying that in the group, the most immediate target for the shorts is getting hit from this range, yes? And you can see the liquidity was also taken, so the extension targets are matching our liquidity. To go like this. As you see, most of the liquidity was taken. If this low is lost, we are aiming for this 1-to-1, but also 0.5 gave us a nice reaction. So you first have a potential to bounce from 37,800 and then 1-to-1 extension just in this range. So this is from bound zones. Liquidity was taken, order flow support resistance. Let me have a look on big time frame. If you watch previous videos of mine or just check the group post, of course this was easy swing failure pattern, but you see what I said. So it's nothing special if Bitcoin starts to reject and get acceptance into this previous this was 5-month range. So currently if Bitcoin wants to stay really bullish, we want to stay in this range as well. Yeah, so this is now 37,600 is also not local AMT support, but also the high time frame support to don't fall out of this range. If you do that, of course you will be aiming much lower levels. So you will be aiming, 32, 31k. So this is nothing special for the Bitcoin. What is it doing now? It's, rotating, and you see where we find the support on high time frame. Now previous 5-month range high volume node with point of control becomes support for the price. Same like here. It was supporting us for a long time. Now we lost it. So nothing special on Bitcoin. We just got acceptance on big time frame into this range and rotating it. Really easy to understand. So I think I already showed you some areas of interest to the upside. We are very clear what we want to see to the downside. Also showing you that. Let me check the tools. So this is really TRDR is helping us, and it's still guiding us, by the way. This is what is helping our bounce as well. So we exhausted sellers into the big limits, no matter the walls here. So this is also helping our day trade, but we still need to see much more sign of strength for the upside. Yeah. Even range here would be victory. I think market today is overall waiting again for GBTC data. By the way, this push up fundamentally, because market pays huge attention to GBTC flows. Yesterday, first time we saw there was less GBTC sell pressure on the market, so it was like relief. This is like relief rally. In terms of order books, so spot. So we take on all the walls, but in the end it can actually exhaust buyers, so we need to be careful about that. And of course we don't want to see empty order books below us, because then with pretty small selling pressure you can actually send price down. So in order for us to become day trade, and another sign of strength I want to see is definitely new walls added, so they will be supporting previous prices if we go for retest. Okay, so for now it's not happening, but on the bright side, if we have a look on Bitcoin from demand, look at that. Do you see that crazy demand? So from 38,500 to 36,000, absolutely huge demand. Is not if someone is expecting a huge downside move like in one candle over here, he's a bit crazy. It's very likely it's gonna be more controlled drops like here. Each time we've hit the order book support, look here, bounce, then almost all of the big nodes gave us big bounces. So perfectly counter trade scalpable. Okay, look here how we slow down here. big node slowing down. So this is definitely, you can't expect Bitcoin just to spill over this. You would need hundreds of millions. It's not so likely you will do that. Okay, more like a controlled drop if you lose this low. And you will find, look at here, the main demand is agreeing with me, 38,500 to 37,500. Order books are already telling me future. They agree with my technical support I was outlining you just minutes back. To the upside, if we see continued demand, you know, Bitcoin can push, but we really need to see the spot demand to do that. So order books are not so thick. Okotoki, I can have a look on that as well. Yeah, you can see all those nodes here to the upside. Look at that, pretty empty order book. So if you see nice demand, we can push easily. But we need to see some technical signs. Perpetuals, they are trying to prevent the upside at 40,700. Yeah, this is like big node. Other exchanges as well a bit. 40,700, 40,900. Another order book resistance from other exchanges, except yeah. 42,500. Oof, that's okay. Open interest. So shorts are killed locally, and open interest now rising, but the main rise is happening in these regions, which is not ideal. You definitely want to see open interest. Like this first pump was on the open interest increase. It's not ideal, and now you can squeeze people from these open interest increases. So just we need to be careful, and you need to do analysis who is trapped where. So it's still average move. Yeah, it's also spot. Look how many spot buyers we found from yesterday lows, from 61 million to 221. So 270 million demand. Very, very big demand. Okay, traders, it was already a long video, so I hope my analysis was helpful to you, and you now saw demand, trade areas to the downside, trade areas to the upside, what we can expect from Bitcoin, always level by level trading, signs of weakness or signs of strength, and order flow, we always monitor it every single day, so things can change. Thank you for watching, guys, and I wish you a really nice day, and if you want, join our group and learn with us. Bye.